Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Anne and this is another Break for 8 for Dementia Care Partners, where we do about 8 minutes of dementia education and then we follow that up with an 8-minute meditation or some kind of relaxation activity just for you. It's really intended to provide care partners with basically an easy escape route, right? To just regain a moment of peace and to find a little respite in the day, especially if you can't physically leave your house or you can't leave your person unattended. So today, let's wrap up our week-long conversation really about presence and how your presence is such a gift to your person. So on Monday, we talked about the power of presence, how one person's mood or energy or just even their just physical presence can affect another. And then Wednesday, we went a little bit deeper and talked about how we can regain our composure and stability so, we can lead our person from a more, centered, calm presence because, we're going to be much more clear-headed when we're in that state, and importantly, feel better when we're not all riled up, right? So here's a little something. After Wednesday, I went for a walk in the afternoon and I saw this tree that caught my attention. And if you tuned in Wednesday, I used the image of a tree trunk to just provide us with a little bit of an image of stability. You can go back and listen to that if you want to. But here's this tree I come across, it catches my eye, and this tree trunk, my image for stability has been absolutely shattered by something. And I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see it, see what I'm talking about. So you can see from the picture, there's trunk is totally splintered. Branches have peeled away. It looks like it was too top heavy. The trunk was too weak, to hold all this weight. And I know and I realize that in times of there's times in life that the weight of what we're holding is too great for us to hold on our own. Despite our mindfulness practices, therapy, support groups, we're using the dementia techniques we've been taught, but there are times that really the challenge of life becomes overwhelming and we break. And I will say that these are the times that, maybe after a moment has passed, I realize even more that there is another kind of presence. And I don't even know how to describe this presence because it really, defies my understanding, right? And so depending on your belief systems or, your religious practices, you may call this God, the universe, Allah, consciousness, your higher self, whatever you resonate or what you believe in is what I'm talking about, right? It's like the source of all things, including peace, love, and unity, which is really, I think, at the core of all these practices, something they all have in common. And I guess I'm a little hesitant. I'm feeling a little weird talking about spirituality, and I think that's just because I actually grew up in a very rigid and strict kind of religious household. And, over the years, I just found myself kind of somewhat turned off by some of it, some of the rigidity, right? But what I do return to, and I'm grateful for receiving from my family, is just, I return to this over and over again. There's this realization or sense that, I'm held by something greater than myself. We all are. And in times of trouble, when I feel shattered, I find respite in this profound presence, really of love. So stick with me, hopefully. One of the things I'd like to share with you today is just this really great and simple prayer that I use, and it's called the HELP prayer. So HELP is an acronym, and the H stands for hello, the E stands for ever, the L is loving, the P is presence. So HELP, hello, ever loving presence. Beautiful, right? It's really simple and it's really powerful if you try this when you are in need of help. So I just say help, help, which reminds me that I'm not alone, even though I may feel it. I'm reminded that there's something surrounding me, some sort of companion walking beside me that I can connect to anytime, any place, instantly. In fact, I kind of find myself doing this a lot, all the time, not just when I need support, but I'm a little nervous about something, or I'm uncertain, right? Because it feels really, really amazing just to be instantly reminded that something's here with me. I'm supported by love, a loving presence in good times and in bad. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to conclude or give a woman named Angela Montano, I think, credit for the HELP prayer. And Angela has this beautiful course that I will link to in the comment section, and it's called like 21 Days to Rediscover Prayer, something like that. And it's really intended. There's no religious a background that this is based on. Even people who are atheists can benefit from prayer, because really she talks about prayer as just being, a practice of conversing, of conversation that is actually very deep and very ancient, and it's very beautiful. So applicable to any higher power that you believe in or resonate. So, I think if you found yourself kind of feeling lost and disconnected from presence, and feeling utterly shattered, right, by this dementia journey, I invite you to explore that course if you like. It's not intensive. It takes about 10 minutes of time each day to complete a lesson, so it's definitely doable for busy people. So I will put a link to that course in the chat in case anyone is interested. Okay, so thanks for sticking with me for this one, because I think this presence piece is pretty powerful. And now it's time to move into our relaxation phase. So get yourself comfortable. Put your coffee cup down. Close your eyes. Just take a few breaths here just to begin to clear your mind. Put your to-do list on the back burner and relax your body. Maybe just consciously drop your shoulders downward a little bit, away from your ears. And as you do, just feel your shoulders and your neck begin to relax. Extend that relaxation up to your jaw, down your back, and allow your arms and legs to sink just a little deeper into the surface that's supporting you. Just Turn your attention now to your breath. Allow it to help you focus on your center, on your core. Just focus on your core as it rises and falls with your breath. I'm going to ask you now to try to become aware of the space just outside your body. Maybe extending a few inches or a few feet away from you, to the sides, to the back, above and below. And let's just spend a moment breathing into this peaceful, sacred space that's around you right now. Find respite in the stillness and the peace of this moment. Experience just this great love coming at you from all directions. A love that understands exactly what you're going through and is always present. So let's just breathe in and connect to the presence of this love. Hello, ever-loving presence. Help me. So please spend as much time here as you would like. And I will see you next time.